This is my little motor that I call the Serenity motor, and I call it that because it's in honor of Kaylee, who is the mechanic of the Firefly class spaceships in the movie Serenity, and she was the best mechanic in the verse, and so this is in honor of her. And it's based on the little kit where you can take magnets and put them on a pencil, and it'll cause the pencil to float, and it's because the polarity of these three magnets is the same and polarity of those the same, and it makes for a very friction-free motor armature. And I've seen, some of you have probably seen the Mendocino motor, where they take solar cells. They mount some solar cells here. They mount a permanent magnet here, and I just got the idea of reversing that and putting the permanent magnets on the armature, and I put my electromagnetic coil here on the bottom. And it's actually much simpler construction than the Mendocino motor, and it's also based probably on the I think it's Robert Adams motor, although he kind of belongs, I think, to the free energy camp, and I don't really subscribe to that. But I'm calling mine the Serenity motor. You call it what you will. And so we'll just this is just a coil of wire, and this is my electrical circuit, and I swiped this from another project, from somebody else's project. It's just a couple of transistors and a few resistors, and what happens is the electromagnetic comes near the coil, and as it rotates away from the coil, the electrical circuit senses that and gives it a little push, and so it does that very quickly, and you have a motor. And it's run off of a 6-volt power pack. So I'll turn on the motor, or I'll turn on the electrical circuit, which is the coil, and give it a little spin. Oh, there we go. And you can see the LED over there is lighting up. That means it's starting to spin it up. And it'll spin it quite fast. I don't know, maybe a couple thousand RPM. I'm not sure what the RPM is. And it spins pretty smoothly, considering this armature is way out of balance. It's not balanced at all. After a while, it gets so fast, though, that it starts oscillating. And you'll see that here in just a second. Starts jumping around. But this is pretty fast, considering it's only got 2 magnets on the armature. You could probably put 2 more magnets on there, and if you used a couple more coils, you'd basically just have a brushless motor. And this thing would really go fast, and you'd probably have some torque. Right now there's very little torque. I can grab the armature and stop it with my fingers very easily. Now you hear it, it's really winding up. There it goes. It jumps around. Now, I've also had the idea that possibly you could make this a completely floating armature by mounting a magnet here, a magnet on the other side, electromagnet on the other side, and with a sensor you could control the distance that the armature passes back and forth, and keep it totally supported without using this thrust plate. Pretty sure you can do that with an electromagnet. I don't think you can do it with permanent magnets. I think you're violating some principle of magnetic levitation with permanent magnets. Although when you talk about spinning magnets, you can sometimes get around that. So that's another interesting point or interesting experimental idea to play with sometime. I might do that. Alright, I'll turn off the power. Let it idle down a bit. At a certain RPM, it's quite smooth, like right now. And that's pretty amazing considering how out of balance the armature is. A good mechanic or a good craftsman could really create something that would probably be capable of very high RPM. And I can just grab this, slow it down. There it is, the Serenity motor. Thanks for watching.